早. It's our first morning in Tianjin. Kind of want to sleep in, but no way am I missing a Tianjin breakfast. Let's go. The Xibeijiao neighborhood is a one-stop solution, but I hear the lines in the morning are outrageous. Honghuli is another one-stop option, but we need to go in the opposite direction. So we can visit this shop that's almost a one-stop solution and it's close to our destination, North Jiefang Road. But more about this later in the episode. Let's get breakfast first. When it comes to the first meal of the day in Tianjin, I reckon the first thing that most people think of is Jianbing Guozi. This looks like your type of breakfast. Hit that like. And you don't necessarily have to come to this shop. Probably any stall in Tianjin would offer great Jianbing Guozi. So what is this? On the outside is the thin pancake jianbing. Wrapped around guozi fried dough stick. In Hangzhou, where the fried dough stick guozi, aka youtiao, was invented, there's a similar dish called chongbaohui. But while that dish is fast becoming extinct, Tianjin's Jianbing Guozi has survived and thrived. Among the numerous variants that have emerged, the classic jianbing plus guozi combo remains super popular. Right here nowadays, you can wrap anything with a jianbing, from braised pork to century egg and stinky tofu. You know, this shop reminds me of another northern city, Xi'an, where local folks like to stuff things into more flatbreads. You know, Tianjin folks just love to roll things up in their jianbing. Oh, and by the way, Tianjin's jianbing is fairly unique because it uses mung bean batter, not the regular flour or cornmeal as seen in the many other types of jianbing commonly found across northern China. Jianbing is so widely eaten and so much mung beans are used. I hear that back in the days, jianbing stalls would sell mung bean shells on the side, which have benefits when used as traditional Chinese medicine and could even be transformed into pillow stuffing. And jianbing is so widely eaten, it has derived a whole different kind of food, the soupy gabacai or guobacai. So frying the jianbing pancake seems pretty easy, right? But since the mung bean batter is laid out so thin, inevitably some will get torn, rendering them unsaleable, but not inedible. So vendors are reluctant to throw away perfectly eatable food, would cut up the unsellable pancakes into pieces and eat them with gravy. That became the earliest form of gabacai. And this, again, reminds me of Xi'an folks. Throwing bits and pieces of carbs into a thick soup is reminiscent of hulatang, while the thrifty creativity in making the most out of food is similar to the ingenuity in the xiaochao pao. I've talked about these extensively in recent episodes. So both Xi'an and Tianjin are known for their hefty and tasty breakfasts, as well as for their historical significance. There's a saying of Chinese history: for Han and Tang dynasties, go to Xi'an; for Ming and Qing dynasties, go to Beijing; and for the contemporary era, go to Tianjin. I mean, Shanghai is a top candidate too, but Tianjin was so important and so coveted, it was divided up into more foreign concessions than anywhere else, including the one and only Italian concession with full colonial rights in Asia, which has since then been renamed Italian-style town and designated a tourist attraction, perhaps in a show of Chinese-Italian friendship underpinned by beliefs in clemency and community. Among Tianjin's former foreign concessions, the British and French territories were the largest, and they were traversed by today's North Jiefang Road, my destination this morning. Once called Central Street, it was a center of action where financiers and power brokers raked in millions and decided the fate of millions. Some of these banks were members of the consortium that had undermined Chinese sovereignty while lending China a hand in other times of difficulty. Today, they stand like steles that symbolize a buried past and witnesses that testify to how far our nation has progressed in just a century, and works of architecture that enrich the Tianjin skyline. Scars tell stories, and sometimes they're cool to look at. When feasible, come see the real beautiful China, come to this vanguard of Chinese modernization. Its factories produced the first Chinese bicycle and television, and its postal service issued the first Chinese postage stamp. In fact, the Tianjin Post Office Museum is on this road, along with numerous other museums and historical buildings. We'll see some of those in the following episode. 再见!